Good morning, my brothers and sisters, and welcome to our daily word from the Lord. Today I want to continue to reflect on the theme of persecution in the book of Revelations, especially in Revelations chapter 11, 12, and 13, which is the central and key section of the book of Revelation that highlights a time period of 3.5 years, which will be the final 3.5 years of world history. It's very, very important. I encourage you to read Revelations 11, 12, and 13. And one of the beautiful things that we see, especially in Revelations chapter 12, that God prepares a place of protection and to nourish God's people during that 3.5 year period of intense persecution. And today I want to reflect on the question, who will be protected in the wilderness? Will it be everybody or a remnant? Well, as we pointed out, the story of Israel in the wilderness is very important to understand the church in the wilderness, the people of God in the wilderness in the last 3.5 years. And who was the ones that actually were victorious in the wilderness journey in the book of Exodus? It was Joshua and Caleb. Numbers 13 and 14 tells us that only Joshua and Caleb actually entered the promised land. And the reason why is because of their faith and trust in God to defeat the giants of the land. Let me read for you Numbers 14, 6 through 10. And this is very, very important. I encourage you to read it and to reflect on it and to study it and to pray and ask God that God will help you to be a part of that overcoming company of Joshua and Caleb. Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, who were part of the spies, said to the people as they tore their clothes, "The land which we passed through to spy out is a good land. If the Lord delights in us, he will bring us into this land and give it to us, a land that flows with milk and honey. Only do not rebel against the Lord. Do not fear the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their protection is removed from them, and the Lord is with us. Do not fear them." Joshua and Caleb had that trust in the Lord and that faith in God, while the other 10 spies brought a bad, negative report, which put fear in the heart of the people. God honored the faith of Joshua and Caleb and allowed them alone to enter the promised land, while all the people who doubted the Lord over 20 years of age died in the wilderness. Who will be protected in the wilderness during the 3.5 year period? In Revelations, the Joshua and Caleb company. The church with the faith of Joshua and Caleb. The church that knows and believes and confesses with their mouth that our God is well able. I encourage you to read, to meditate, and pray about Numbers 13 and 14 and ask God to give you the faith of Joshua and Caleb. For that is the faith that will enable you to overcome. And that is the faith that will enable you and I to be a part of that overcoming company that will be protected and preserved in the wilderness during the last 3.5 year period. It is no accident that Revelations 12:11, found right in the context of that 3.5 year period, says that God's people overcome by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of their testimony, their faith testimony, and the fact that they love not their lives to the death. May God help us to be a part of that company. Amen.